all set to do the honors, and we are underway from Atlanta. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Flush to his right. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw into the hands of Lockett. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A quick throw out to Lockett. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now Wilson on first down. A pass underneath for Carson. 3 yards the gain there, second down. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. Play action. It's Wilson. Out to his left. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson keeping it himself from 8 yards out. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Ryan. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And he's got some space here. 30. 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Cordero Patterson. 75 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone. And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view.
than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Wilson now off the bootleg. Eluding the pressure right. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And some room to work. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. The quick slant caught. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. 2nd and 1 from the 2. Here's Carson, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Seahawks have taken the lead. Now Myers for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Touchdown, Falcons! Kyle Pitts, 50 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Crew able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Wilson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
They go play action with Wilson. That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, he gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field, and they find each other for the completion.
They'll roll him out right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Patterson on the carry. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Now it's Ryan. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away. That close on 3rd down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
Fourth down. Here's Ryan. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Seahawks are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson, and he'll take this ahead for about 4, 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. It's complete to Lockett. And he's brought down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off at the 39. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. After the interception, here's Ryan. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Ryan. He's got it to Patterson, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now it's Ryan. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception, and that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started,
and he'll try and throw here on the fake. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 21-14.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports.
No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense, great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Ryan. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved, because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found.
Puts it on the carpet, it's out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
I think what we just saw there with that fumble return is the increased emphasis on taking the ball away from another team. And no one wants to just fall on in football anymore, do they? They want to take it and try and score themselves.
But when you fall 1 yard short of getting in the end zone as a former defender, you know it hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
Not only does it hurt, the laughter in film.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And he pushed it right. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
On 2nd down, it's Patterson.
111 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. He's got a man, complete. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. From their own territory, an incredible play on 4th down. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on 1st down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Olamide Zaccheaus there to make the grab. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, Wilson will keep it. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. And that's going to be caught. Dwayne Eskridge. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big connection on that one. 37 yards. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 2nd and 4. Now Wilson, option right. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on-knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. Wilson going to throw for it. Sliding out of the pocket. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So the signal caller doing it himself there on the 2-point try.
You got to like that. We always talk about the ball staying in the hands of the best players. But most of the time you want to get it to a back, pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case, the quarterback did it himself.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Ryan's throw taken in by Ridley here. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. Buying time to his left. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Ryan will throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown! It's Calvin Ridley on the receiving end from Matt Ryan. And the Falcons are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 1st down, Carson, and he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 49 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
And he stopped immediately there. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. Here's Wilson to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Darren Hall. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick 6. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Marlon Davidson, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. That's taken in by Eskridge, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big play there on the catch and run.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now a throw here, hauled in. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Play action. Now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. They run it with Carson. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Wilson throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Out left, he's got it to Everett. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Patterson. 117 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Once more, they turn to Patterson. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. On 2nd down now. It's Patterson, and he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And the Falcons have just about sewn up this football game. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. This is caught inside the 15. And he's across for a late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. And he pushed it right. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this is going to be recovered in the end zone. And he's got a Super Bowl touchdown. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.